think 75% of entrepreneurs are ADD, and I was undiagnosed ADD. And so always trying, I wanted every day to be different, always doing something
Did she say ADD?
like the
I'm
rest.
kidding.
Yeah, right. Exactly. What did you say?
I'm right with you. What? It's what? Squirrel. Okay.
That's too many letters for Chris.
That was,
So I'm pretty sure it's 75%. It's a huge percentage. So it is kind of, and like right now in the world, in the era we're in right now, man, it is our time. I'm telling you.
yeah.
It is
See, I'm built for this. This is my time, Alan.
You're taking
Taking
over the world.
My time. What time is it? No, I'm kidding. All right, back to it. So,
Welcome to the Small Business Safari, where I help guide you to avoid those traps, pitfalls, and dangers that lurk when navigating the wild world of small business ownership. I'll share those gold nuggets of information and invite guests to help accelerate your ascent to that mountaintop of success. It's a jungle out there, and I want to help you traverse through the levels of owning your own business that can get you bogged down and distract you from hitting your own personal and professional goals. So strap in, adventure team, and let's take a ride through the safari and get you to the mountaintop.
Alan, can we get started already? I mean, what is your problem? It's always in the middle of that music. You get all excited. You say, hey, Chris, and you're off on a tangent. We got to get back to work here, buddy.
I'm just a chatty Cathy. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I keep hearing. That's what everybody knows after 4 years. Alan's always the one who's talking a little bit too much, if you know what I mean. Right, Alan? All right, that's enough. Thank you. All right, before we get into our guest and talk a little bit more, we always like to talk about where Big Daddy's been, and Big Daddy's been parking his butt on the couch a lot and doing a whole lot of work, while the other Big Daddy has been out there playing with his buddies over in France. So, Alan, what the hell were you doing overseas?
Hey, I got a news flash. Parisians are friendly.
Oh,
I mean, your whole life, what were you taught?
French frogs.
Rude, and then rude if you don't speak French, and then if you try to speak French, they're even more rude. I don't know what's happened. It was amazing. We had so much fun.
That's awesome. And you went over there to catch up with your son. You and your wife took a trip.
Yeah, I found out he got his 4-year funding for his doctorate. So
come on.
Europe for one. And went and took my wife up there for her birthday. He's the one who had to tell me that she wanted to go there for her birthday. So I'm like, gee, honey, after 35 years, I had to figure this out, and my son had to tell me. But anyway, I mean, it was just magic. She booked an Airbnb where we were up on the 5th floor of an old building, and you open the door, there was a tiny little balcony. The host gave us a bottle of champagne, and there was Notre Dame. And wow. Next thing you know, the bells are going off, and I'm like, okay, I can see why people like Paris, and of course the food and everything. But my God, I mean,
that's great to hear.
You know what I figured out? No, I'm not done. Because, by the way, Jennifer, this is a rare thing. You're seeing a bit of a unicorn here. I get to talk, but
I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I've got a gun to his side. I figured out Paris is huge. It's 12 million people. It's like New York. You have to have situational awareness. And just like my theory on New Yorkers, they're crusty on the outside, but they all have a gooey center. And if you show them the proper respect, and if they're busy, you don't waste their time, and then all of a sudden they just warm up to you. And I mean, free drinks and the music and the wine. And I mean, we had a ball.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My favorite memory of going to France, I was 17 years old. We went over there because my brother had an exchange program. We got to go stay with his host family. And one of the things we did with the host family and my parents was I got to go to the Moulin Rouge with my mom.
Isn't that the red light district with your mother?
And we got to see the cabaret show with my mother.
Isn't that partially nude?
That was topless.
Okay.
And I'm 17 years old, and I'm in Catholic school. So you can imagine, not only was I feeling guilty while I was feeling weird, because you can't say weird, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And if you knew my ma, you would know that these are two Catholic characters that went to church all the time, my mom and dad, and here I am with them and the host family. And the host family didn't speak a lot of English, but they kept looking at us like, obviously Chris really likes this. So, no, that's awesome. You had fun. One business lesson you learned from going to Paris to share with our group, the adventure team.
Yeah, why don't you give me that ahead of time?
Because you can think about it.
You know what was interesting about over there is the literary culture. There were bookstores everywhere, little book vendors on the street, and I found out that in Paris, you never throw out bread or books. And we actually walked by a trash can that was overflowing, and a few books were stacked neatly on the side because somebody's going to pick them up.
Wow, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. What a great time.
Thanks.
Congratulations to your son. Congratulations to your wife. And congratulations to you for
I didn't mess it
pissing
up.
off France.
Yeah.
We are proud of that. So I guess let's segue. This is hard. I bet you couldn't have AI'd that and just looked at pictures and gone, hey, that really works. So you had to go and experience it.
Mm-hmm.
But today we're going to talk with Jennifer Christensen, who's going to talk to us about marketing using AI and using a creative spark story. I think I probably said your name wrong.
Give you a good job on trying to
like that?
segue that.
Right.
I mean, it was.
What I really want to
really
do is,
funky.
Jennifer, welcome to the show, but where are you from?
Anchorage, Alaska.
So I said, well,
Wow.
we're down here in the lower 48, baby, but now
That's
we're all
right.
the way into Alaska. How about that?
We've never
Alex?
we've had a lot of Canadians.
We've had a ton of Canadians on. We've had Australia on. We've had England on. We've had Germany on. We have not had Alaska. Not saying you're another country. We're just saying you're another country.
It kind of feels that way.
How long have you lived there?
My parents moved here when I was 10, so most of my life, and they retired in Hawaii. They're all having a good time now, but I'm still here, raised family here, started a business here, grew a really large business from here. It's it. I mean, I would not want to live anywhere else. It's
All
the
right,
best.
you're heading into the time of year. Do you have grow lights in your house?
I do. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I don't use them for the other purposes, but yeah, I do have the. I do have the little nice light that wakes me up in the morning. It really helps. And then I do visit my parents in Hawaii multiple times in the winter. So
That is hilarious.
it all works out.
I don't use it for the other purpose. And now you just got to channel the host lady from France when I was 17. Ooh, Chris is very interested. Oh, not those. Oh, okay. So, all right. So you obviously, I mean, not born there, but man, raised, right? 10. When we think Anchorage, we're thinking small for a lot of people, but not small. Clearly, we all know that, or maybe you don't know that. Did you immediately start your own business? Did you work in somebody's business? How did you kind of get into this?
My parents both teachers. Like I said, my mom actually ended up becoming a superintendent, but they're both very educated, professional. Moved from Michigan, and yeah, Michigan's a great state. And
Go Tigers.
yeah, was not planning. I have no idea. I think like if you're an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur. So I didn't grow up with any of that around me. I didn't have any experience with it. But I got into sales like right out of college, loved commission sales. I didn't understand why anybody else would do it any other way. Made so much money doing that. And I just loved that like every day was something different. And then started my own business, my first one at 23, and basically just grew a very large tour business at that point. And it ended up failing spectacularly after 2000, after 9/11, actually. Lost a ton of clients, and I did not handle it well at all. I handled it really poorly. So it just failed spectacularly. So I wasn't planning on going back into business again after that, but I learned a lot of life lessons. Just learned to be a better human being, make better decisions, like learn to ask for help, not try to do everything myself. And started a business again with a partner at 40. And that's when we scaled, from Anchorage all the way nationally to build a pretty big business in marketing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That background that you had, I mean, you said something that I think a lot of entrepreneurs miss this trait. Why would anybody be told, here's my salary, without being told I have an unlimited earning potential? A lot of people are so scared. But so many people, it's the other way, right, Alan? I mean, it's just...
they want the comfort.
Yeah, I want that comfort. I want to know that if I have to mail it in on a day, I still get paid on Friday.
Yeah.
Or a week or a month.
Well, and I think like what 70
or I go to the government.
I think 75% of entrepreneurs are ADD, and I was undiagnosed ADD. And so always trying, I wanted every day to be different, always doing something.
Did she say ADD?
Like the rest.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, right. Exactly. What did you say?
I'm right with you. What? It's what? Squirrel. Okay.
That's too many letters for Chris.
That was,
so I'm pretty sure it's 75%. It's a huge percentage. So it is kind of, and like right now in the world, in the era we're in right now, man, it is our time. I'm telling you.
Yeah. See,
Like,
I'm built for this. This is my time, Alan.
You're taking
is.
taking over the world.
My time. What time is it? No, I'm kidding. All right, back to it. So I think your early lessons I feel like those translated into that 40-year-old. Okay, now I'm going to get into a partnership, and we're going to unpack that partnership thing in a minute.
Yeah.
But you had that passion of the unearned, the unlimited earning potential, and you went and you said something. I've said this too. I have built a spectacularly complex business that could fail immediately. Failed spectacularly because you got to brace that. You got to own it, right? And it sounds like you did. You reflected on it. You built yourself better up. You got yourself ready to go. And then when it's time to leap again, you had all those learnings sitting there. Do you feel like that helped you a lot more than maybe your partner? Do you have what it takes to start your own business? Are you tired of the 9-to-5 corporate job and ready to make that leap into entrepreneurship? Then you need to check out From the Zoo to the Wild, the new book by successful entrepreneur Chris Lalomia. This book is a unique perspective on the journey into the wild world of home services and delivering excellence in service while working in customers' homes. Lalomia shares his path to success in this industry, including proven customer relationship strategies, award-winning customer experience processes, and a unique approach to training a team of service technicians to perform at the highest levels. Whether you're a small business trying to scale or a franchise operation, From the Zoo to the Wild will give you the mindset, habits, leadership style, and customer-oriented processes to succeed as a small business owner in the home services space. So if you're ready to take control of your future, get your copy of From the Zoo to the Wild today, available on Amazon.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I do think, in many things in life, you can look at someone's failure and say, well, that's an indication they're going to fail again. I think often in business, failing is the best thing that can happen. I wouldn't recommend the way I did it. It was horrible. And there was lots of consequences and money had to be, it just hurt my life for quite a while and other people. But like I believe your business cannot outgrow your personal development. So yeah, I really believe that. So the next 10 years, after that, I spent so much time developing who I was as a person, how I handled money, how I, just the honesty in which I handled life, how I made decisions about things. I grew up, as a mom, as a wife, all those things too. It made a huge difference. And then learning to just work with others better and not just kind of go off with my idea and just not look at all the consequences of ideas growing.
It's one thing to say that you wanted to make all these improvements, but it's another thing to do them. I mean, did you find mentors or were you reading a lot of books?
I've always been a voracious reader. So I still to this day, I read a book a week. And so like that was definitely part of it. I mean, I found faith. So that was a huge deal. That was like, honestly, probably the biggest thing out of all of it. And then went therapy. And then like just worked my butt off actually to be in service with other people for other people. So I took a much more humbling route and I didn't even plan on going into business again. I was planning on just staying like in that sales management type role. But man, it's like, I feel like this is who I am. It's
kind of liberating when you find humility, isn't it? Because you know what I mean?
No.
Well, when you fail spectacularly and you finally grow to accept it, then you're not afraid of the consequences anymore. And then you become a lot more honest and real.
And I would say one of the other big lessons is we've talked to a lot of young people, Alan. We did the summer entrepreneurship program. We've talked to young people and we've said it. We don't care when you start. Be ready though, have your business plan, be ready to roll. And at 23, you also, you could throw caution to the wind and go all the way out and say balls to the wall because you didn't have a lot of obligations, I'm assuming. I know I didn't at 23. And you get a chance. And so if you fail at 23, 24, 25, maybe even or before 30, you get a chance to reset. And I've told my kids, I mean, you learn a lot about yourselves when you fail. And owning my own business, even though I look successful on the outside, as Alan knows, it is painful. And sitting there at 3:30 in the morning, curled up on the couch, weeping because you don't know what you just did yourself and you think you're not going to make payroll. I mean, it's hard. So I think, again, if you wanted to give it a shot early, do it. But and then you came back to it. I just feel like, and I know you said you're faith-based, but I feel like you got to tap that drug one more time. You're like, you got to hit it.
You mean
You
use
had
the
to hit
grow
it.
lights? Was that what you're talking about?
Going back to, Going back in. Oh, excited again. No, I'm kidding. We're making this a drug. You know what? That'll be a popular genre. We should get into that. If we can't get true crimes, maybe we can go for pots or whatever stuff.
Is that a category in
Yeah, right.
podcasting?
I don't even know. But
I'm sure it is.
I did tell somebody, I said, we got to get into true crime. They go, you should. I'm like, I know, but we're good at it. Not really. Okay. So back
I
to
do
business.
feel like I love to build things. Like if this sounds weird, but like you wouldn't even have to pay me. I just love to build things. So, I mean, in some ways, my poor husband, like I ended up like building 2 businesses through him, even though he was a teacher, really didn't want to build a business. But I'm like, okay, well, I have to do this. So if you could like run a couple bed and breakfasts and we could have an Airbnb and we could do this over here, like I'll run the whole back end. But if you can, so he's an amazing man and loves me and was like, okay. But, I think he was actually happy when I like started doing my own thing again, because then I kind of left him to do his.
So just leave me alone, please, Jennifer. I mean, I love you. Please leave me alone.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about what we started.
Yeah.
So what did we start? And with a partner, because now we're going to start talking about that. Ooh.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So I exited actually that company 2 months ago and started a new business. But so 13 years grew Beacon Media and Marketing, and I never would have done it, especially coming off the past failure and kind of where I was, again, much more humbled. I never would have done it without a partner. And so we ended up meeting. She had like one side of the business, I had the other. We met on multiple different projects and we just absolutely clicked. Like we really didn't know each other well, but we knew of each other and had respect for each other. And she definitely had the pieces I didn't have. So I think why it was so successful from day one is that we both were very clear, like, you own this part, I own this part. I want to do the sales and marketing. I want to grow this thing. Like, this is what I know. This is what I love. And she's like, I want to run a business. I want to be more like the CEO, CFO, handle the money, make sure we're on track, like really like the pieces that I wasn't comfortable with. And we actually grew to be like best friends. We grew to like really become good friends and like, talk stuff out when we had issues. And I think we were both better because of it. So by the time we got to the 13 years and I wanted to then go a different way, she's still kicking butt with Beacon. We kind of like, I had built up so much more confidence. She had built up more confidence. Like we're both happy for each other doing our thing. Yeah.
I find interesting, number one, that I kept pointing to you because I thought you were going to ask your famous question.
Yeah, are you guys partners?
No, oh God, no. I mean, I'm kidding. I would be
like drinking
partner.
buddies.
Yeah.
Chris doesn't play well with others.
I don't, but I beg Alan to come on and do this podcast.
I still don't have upstairs privileges, so if that tells you anything.
I did let you go.
No, I've never been on the golf course outside of his house, and I haven't come through the back. Other than
I didn't make you go take a leak outside because I was afraid you were going to leak.
I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, well, I thought you would, and I was afraid you'd probably pee in the pool, so I can't have you do that. So I sent you back upstairs. Hopefully, you didn't do anything wrong. Did you wipe your feet at least? I don't know. Okay. So, Jennifer, with the partnership, when you first got started, did you guys have kind of that divorce agreement before you got started? Did you guys, when you jumped into it, talk about if this thing goes spectacularly wrong, we're going to do X, Y, Z?
Yeah, we did. I mean, and that's not really what ended up happening because I don't think, at least for me, she probably had more vision that it was going to go bigger than I did. I didn't think we were going to go where we went. Like I was surprised that we made it as far as we did. I mean, it is the thing that I struggled with is that being in Alaska, like you said, we're a small market, right? It's, hey guys, it's, Anchorage is 350,000 people. The entire freaking state, which is like bigger than Texas, is 700,000 people. So we are a very small market. So when we made the decision to go national, I'm like, are we even going to be able to compete? Like, are we good enough? I really didn't know. And what I found is actually when we started marketing ourselves nationally and like picked a niche and went for it, it was actually so much easier. Like,
all right, so talk about your niche and how you identified it, and then decide to go national. I mean, you're right. I mean, I think I would be nervous saying I'm going to go national with my niche. So talk about how you did that.
Basically, what we looked at was what were like the 3 top types of clients that we had the most success with. we had the case studies, we had the, like, we're doing a good job for them. We like them, like we actually like working with them. They like us, it's profitable, all the things. So we picked three,
I don't know about that.
three,
Right.
three to start with. And
Maybe
then
that's why I don't go national.
I put my
couldn't pick
money
three
where
that
my
I don't
mouth.
kidding.
I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm like, well, if we're really good marketers, then I should be able to figure out how to market us to these companies nationally, right? And so that's what I did. I did a ton of content. I did a little bit of ads. I did video. I did like targeted those clients.
So I gotta ask, being from
Yeah.
Alaska is just so unique, and you're approaching companies in St. Louis, Chicago, wherever. And on one hand, it's just super memorable and it's
Right.
unique, but on the other hand, you're like, no, I'm thinking I want a firm out in New York or something like that. Was it an asset or a liability, or neither?
It was both for sure, right?
Okay.
It was both. So memorable, right? They definitely like, oh, like, what are you doing? What are you doing from there? So they pay attention to it.
Right.
My first sale, I think, was New York City. It was like,
Really?
yeah, which I was cracking up. But like then I started to figure out that a lot of the bigger markets like Chicago, New York City, San Francisco, Seattle, like a lot of the agencies were just charging, 2 to 3 times what we were charging. And the advantage that we had is like, hey, we know you, like we know your business. And if you're a healthcare, mental health, or behavioral health clinic in Chicago or in New York, we understand that because it's the same basic principle as one in Anchorage. And so that was like our one. We had a great price point. So I think they gave us a shot to start with. We didn't require long contracts. So it wasn't like a huge risk, right, for them. And then we performed well. So, and then ultimately, what do businesses care about? If you do a good job and you are helping make them money and they're growing and you're good to work with, it's just getting that foot in the door the first time. That's a little harder.
I mean, you mentioned the niche, and we talk about this a lot. Niches bring the riches. Everybody says it. Very easy to say, very hard to execute. I think,
Yes,
because when times gets lean, you go, well, you know what? I think I'm a sports marketing agent. What? Oh, all of a sudden, yeah. You know what? Next, what? Oh, you know what? I can market ice to Eskimos. I just had to because it was Alaska.
She's never heard that before.
I'm sure she hasn't.
Never.
So how did you guys stay the course? Is it because you guys were busy and kept doing it? Or did you say, no, we're going to stay true to it, even in lean times, and stay sticking with it?
We like never got rid of our base here. So, I think that is a fallacy. Like when you're going into a niche, like I'm doing it again now. And so we stayed true. Like we still took local clients of different industries. We never like let that go. And it was very helpful because you're going to laugh at this, but often when the lower 48 isn't doing well financially, Alaska's doing well. And when Alaska isn't doing well, the lower 48 is doing well. So there's times that like, it's a thing. So
how about that? I am going to laugh at that.
Yeah. So oil and all that stuff. But anyway, so we hedged our bets a little bit, but by the time I left, I think 89 or 90% of our business was all in the niche nationally.
Beautiful, man. That's great.
Percentage. Yeah.
All right. So obviously you had a great thing going and you said, no, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
So tell me how that conversation went with the hubby.
I think I've kind of established that I have probably the best husband in the world. So like he's amazing. And
other than you, Chris.
Right. I mean, I do have actually, my buddy came to visit me the other day, came in from Detroit, my buddy Mark, and he comes walking down the stairs in the morning after, getting up, and he says, his shirt says trophy husband. And I was like, did she make you wear that? He goes, no, I like wearing it. And she came down, his wife came down after. I said, that's a funny shirt. She goes, he is a trophy husband. I'm like, I looked over at my wife and she went, nope.
You're not getting it. I have to ask you guys at the end, you guys ever eat Dearborn sausage, by the way?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I've had Dearborn sausage.
I have not.
My half brother runs that. So
oh my gosh. Yeah. So
great
yeah.
sausage.
Yeah, so I'm from Michigan originally. My buddy, who I just talked about, is still in Michigan.
Yeah,
and is actually, as we talk about this on the podcast, is at the Tigers game. And I told him, I'm like, look, no, got my commitments, man. We're staying to the podcast. Can't watch the Tigers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was born and raised there. Actually, Alan, of all things, went to college there. So yes, Michigan is near and dear to my heart. But
nice.
I still call that that's the mother country.
Yeah.
But it's a great state to be from because we live in
That's fair.
Atlanta now, so we get a lot more sun and we don't have to worry about grow lights. Is that what you said?
I mean, it's actually really warm out today. It's warm in here, by the way.
It was. I know. Well, it's because I'm cheap. I didn't want to turn the air conditioning again. Because it was
You've
supposed
got
to be.
workers working in your house and you turn the heat up on them. I mean, what kind of message does that send?
El Jefe.
Mr. El Jefe of NARI, president of NARI.
Yeah. I forgot that they were coming, so I did forget to turn it down. And I was sitting here like, yeah, it is a little warm today. Whoops. I can fix that. So going back to it, Jennifer, conversation, you got the trophy husband. He says, honey, go do whatever you want to do. What was your idea? And especially you've done 1, 2, this is your third one now. So now you can be called a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And you've exited one successfully. What is this one about?
So it was about a year and a half. Like he saw me getting more and more unhappy. And where that really started probably was like 2021, I think, when I really started getting into AI. And so I've always been an early adapter. Like that's kind of like the secret sauce that I brought to Beacon as far as like always being ahead of the trends and everything. And so my view with this AI thing was like, okay, this is going to rock the whole marketing world. And then as more and more came out, I was like, okay, this is actually not going to just rock the marketing world, but the whole world. So it basically made me want to shift gears from like having a huge agency to going like a more lean model. And I've spent so many years like really digging in. I can work with like 30 to 40 different tools now. Like that's my expertise now. And so basically we just kind of had different views of like where the company was going, right? She wanted to keep going bigger, which is I totally respect, and she's going to crush it. I know that. But I'm like, I want to serve the market back to honestly my first love, which is the small businesses. I want to serve markets that are underserved, which is basically that small business from like 100,000 to 1 million. And like agencies, they just can't afford larger agencies, right? So concept is, and dream was, and still is, and like we already have clients, so it seems to be working, is taking basically my expertise as like a chief marketing officer, like the kind of expertise that people would pay the 20,000 a month for the bigger companies, and then using marketing AI, basically processes to implement it for small businesses at like $1,000 a month, $1,200 a month, something they can actually afford.
Okay, so talk us through an example of this because I love, you said early adopter of AI. Congratulations, you did that. One of the things I'm getting oversaturated with is AI. Oh, yeah. In fact, it was just on CNBC again this morning, right? Here we go. Da, 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 da. Tell us, give us an example of a company you worked with and how you were able to implement your $1,000 a month to $2,000, $3,000 a month. I don't want to price point you yet, but
yeah.
Versus the 20. I mean, again, it's just 1x, it's a 10x difference. So tell us what you did.
It is. Yeah. So I wish I could show you. That's how I've been having the most success, is actually just show people, because it's one thing to talk about it. And I'm so sick of talking about AI. I actually went through 6 months where I'm like, never use that word with me ever again. Because even back then I was getting sick of it. But to answer your question, so where like a website would take, to do a really good quality website might take 2 to 3 months in the past. Now I can turn it out in 7 days and have a phenomenal website that does all the same things, has the same value, great brand, all of those things. So scenario is like our first client that we had in our office. She's been trying to launch her coaching business, this thing she was doing on the side, for literally like the last 2 years. She sucks at marketing, but she can't afford the big ones, right? So we actually launched her website in 2 days, got all of her, all of her like marketing and pieces together so she could actually launch her first program successfully. And she started making money. So it's like 6 months. So it's fast too, right? And just more effective. I'm not more effective, but it's fast. And the negative part about AI, you probably see this a lot, is you'll see people that are just really sloppy with it. They just literally like copy and paste a chat, whatever. Like that is not what we're doing. Like it's the same level of quality, because it's me with all my background of like hundreds of websites, hundreds of marketing campaigns. I'm making sure it's that level of quality. I'm just using the tools to make it faster, better to implement, but still having that quality control. So like that's a super small example. Then I've got another client actually in Ohio that we just like have launched all of their marketing pieces for them, everything from Google Ads, Facebook ads, web updates, and video. So video is a big one that I use AI for in the back end.
I think that's the part when I think about our audience and I think about talking to some of the people who called in. Again, right, Adventure Team, don't forget to keep following, rate, and review us. Keep telling your friends about us. Love hearing about from you guys. I think that's the part that everybody misses. When you say AI, that's a very it's an ethereal, it's a very aesthetic thing. We don't understand it. You can't touch it and feel it. In our world, we have to touch and feel things, and you just hit us with the touch and feel. I can build your Facebook ad campaign, your Google ad campaign. I can do your Insta. I can do your Meta. I can do that. Yeah. I can just do it quicker, and you don't have to pay $20,000 a month to somebody to put this all together for you. You can pay a tenth of that, and or again, I'm not putting prices on you because for me, I know you're going to do it for free.
She said it. She said it. We've got it recorded.
She said I would do anything for free.
Yeah, I like building things. I do it for free. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it sounds like me in my first 2 years because I did a lot of free stuff. Still doing it. But no, I mean, so talk about how that you're talking about that. You still have to feed you content, right? If I'm trying to be a coach in this market, I need your content from you. Talk about the inputs you need for you to get the output.
So I'm going to answer that a little bit different way. The biggest shift in the market right now concerning content and like good quality content, like actual like real writers and everything are going to be more valuable than ever. The biggest shift in the market right now isn't you can't do things the old way because now you've got 60% of people searching for products and services, like even like what you do through AI.
Right.
So they're searching ChatGPT. They're not searching the same way they were searching on Google. So now not only do we have to market, like not only can we use the tools to like, create the things, but now we have to do what's called GEO, which is what I'm teaching about a lot now. And that is how do you actually show up as a small business now on the AI overviews? That is key.
ADD, GEO. What does GEO mean?
Oh, it's just Generative Engine Optimization. So like Generative Engine is like ChatGPT, AI overviews for Google. It's like
I told you AI was evil.
I know, right?
It's just completely changing.
This is the first time I've heard GEO. I'm sure you've heard it a ton. I'm telling you, this is the first time. And I will tell you what, I'm probably going to hear it now 55 times before we get out of here.
Yeah.
She's sick of AI because she's been dealing with it for 5 years. And I'm like, it feels like it just started about 6 months ago.
Right.
Thank you, Boomer. So that's why I bring Alan into the podcast to give us the perspective on the get off my lawn, you kids.
The fact that I have cash and paper is going to make me a wealthy person soon.
You know what?
You and your AI and your Bitcoin and
hey, you know what? Actually, I just cut open the mattress. That's why I'm starting to shove all my Bitcoin.
I am more with you than you think that I am. I live in Alaska. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Harder for beaver pelts.
So talk about you use the word ethical AI marketing. What is the difference between that and obviously the opposite?
The Chris
unethical AI marketing.
I mean, there's so much crap. It's really disconcerting. That was like my dark night of the soul. Why I didn't even talk about it for 6 months because I was so disgusted of how it's already being used, right? And so if it were at the beginning now, you can imagine where it could go. So when I say ethical AI, what I mean is that I'm not going to create a fake video. Like I am me. I'm having this conversation right now. I'm not going to create a fake video of myself.
But how do we know?
Avatar, and that's happening all the time.
Is she AI?
He might be AI right now.
Maybe she's GEO. What was
GEO.
that? GEO in us. You know what? I'm telling you guys, this podcast is always going to be 1,000% fucking authentic. Take that, AI.
Good.
All right, continue, Jennifer. Sorry, faith-based.
So not telling people you're using it for video. I mean, we all know about the deep fakes, right? That used to be conspiracy theory. That is 1,000% accurate. So it's basically just because we have no government oversight at all, like we have no rules on any of this stuff, you have to make the decision as a business how you're going to handle it. And so we have like a whole document of like, this is what we will do. This is what we won't do. And basically our stuff is we will use it to like speed up processes in the back. We will use it to help brainstorm. We will use it as long as it's not sharing information. Like we have an expensive account, so it doesn't share information with like, share our clients' information with everybody. But we won't use it to like write the content for the whole website. We won't use it to make fake photos. We won't use it for fake videos. Like, so we have like, these are our, kind of tenets of what we're willing to do and what we're not willing to do. We won't use it to scrape data and like, spam people with information. And I do think there's a huge AI backlash coming, probably like in the next 6 months, a huge one where people will just be like, I want nothing to do with AI. It will eventually then pass over, and the people that understand how to use it will still be way better off. But like, if you're using it for bad purposes, this backlash is going to get you.
Talk about the backlash. What does that mean?
Well, it's already started. So like, there was all these people, influencers on YouTube that were basically creating AI avatars of themselves, not really them. And then they're making all this money on YouTube. And so like pretending to be a real person. And so YouTube shut all that down. So it is gone. Like they have said, we are not going to show that stuff. So that's like the business itself actually policing itself. And then I think my best analogy that I can give you is like the organic food market. Like, remember how like when 20, 30 years ago, we never heard of organic food because it was just food, right? And then our food went to crap. And so then this organic food market rose because people want real food in general. And so I think it'll be like the same thing. I think there'll be just a lot of people that are like, well, I want to know I'm talking to a real person. I want to know this is real information. I want to know like I'm getting, I want that connection. I want something real. So
interesting. I know Alan is absolutely terrified of AI, and it's okay, little buddy. I'll take you through it. Don't worry. In fact, I'm not really here right now. I just first. But I think just like everything, we keep talking about this. How many times? And so, Jennifer, I'm not going to age you with us, but how many times since we were kids were we told, if we don't change, 30 years from now, the world is going to go away, right? Exactly. But the pendulum swings back and forth, right? And then in politics, well, if this party's in power, the whole country's going to go to shit. But yeah, guess what? Everybody swings back, and we keep swinging these pendulums. So I think the AI, what she's telling me and what I'm picking up, is that AI pendulum is still swinging towards the north of, it's going to be crazy. But there's going to be that pushback this case. Because she just brought up this deep fake thing, and I just heard this on the radio too, where somebody got pinged because there was a deep fake of some video of a guy somewhere, some movie star, that he wasn't even there.
Oh yeah, they could take a politician and put words in his mouth, and suddenly it goes viral, and you can't fix that.
Yeah,
you can't fix the damage.
Yeah.
So, and I talked to a guy today about AI, by the way. I was having conversations about AI. And
without me?
And he was in cybersecurity, and he's shaking his head. He's like, you have no idea how dark it can get with the use of AI when it comes to, cyber attacks. It's just...
Maybe we should pivot this whole podcast to the AI deepfake true crime, whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And we have to throw sex in there too, because that's the other one. That's one of the top ones I just found out too. I'm like, so business is like way down there. So clearly we're not going to be ever top guys. But Smartless, I'm coming for you guys so bad. Rogan, look out, man, because we're coming. We're authentic. We're real. We're not AI and crap. So let's keep going. All right, Jennifer, you're going to say something.
I say for Alan, like all the stuff you're talking about, like that, I kind of went through all that on my 6 months, and I like researched all the way up to like Musk's book. Musk like tried to stop this actually like years ago. So I read like all the, head people, like who was behind it, what were their intent? Like they're not good intent, right? They want to rule the world with this stuff. So what brought me back to it though, is that I feel like if there aren't people like us that actually know about it and really understand it and can use it for good and then help other people, like small businesses, use it for good, you are going to have like the corporate, I don't want to be conspiracy, but you're going to have them like owning and like doing all of it. And we won't even understand it.
I feel like we're the little band of rebels against the Death Star.
I know. I feel I'm going Matrix on you guys, man. Because the other thing I just heard, because I knew this was coming, because I know a guy in our.
What pill do I want? The blue or the red one?
Right?
I just want it to go away.
It's coming. Oh my gosh, it's coming, guys. But guess what? You're ahead of it. You just learned about GEO. You just learned about AI. There's going to be a backlash. So tell us how we get ahead of it tell us how you can help us get ahead of it, because we're coming into the end of the last 10 minutes.
I just want to know if there's light at the end of the tunnel. It sounds like she went through the dark days. She went into the sweat lodge in Alaska and came out, and she's okay. I can be okay.
We are
too.
not going to a nuclear bomb shelter, Alan. Those things are gone. All right.
I just keep thinking of what my mom always said. God is on his throne. God is on his throne.
Yeah.
Oil is not going to be stopped. I'm just thinking about all the different things we've heard. And then 9/11, or not 9/11, COVID, the whole world was going to be eradicated. Well, everybody was going to die. Just give it 2 weeks. All right, go ahead.
Well, okay. So I feel like we have a responsibility to speak exactly what you're just saying. I actually feel like we have a responsibility to speak the opposite of what that messaging, that like fear messaging, right? Because it's like fear about COVID, fear about AI, fear about all these things. It's not like there aren't bad potentials for them, but don't you think there should be people involved that are like using it for good purposes, helping other people, like, doing things that actually like make the world a little bit better place. And then you also understand then what the potential threats are for real. So that's kind of where I came to.
All right.
So 2 photon torpedoes down the little chute. You got to go down the channel with the TIE fighters behind you.
There. I'm the red leader. Stay there. Keep them up.
On target.
Stay on target. Stay on target. All right. Star Wars reference. Love that.
I teach like once a quarter for free, or actually it's once a month. Sorry. I do LinkedIn for free, where I'll do like a course on GEO just to help people. So I love doing that. People can reach out to me at Spark Story. I have a 15-minute free, like just, hey, if you just want to talk about a problem or what you got going on in your business. And then, if they want marketing, like they can
Jennifer Christensen, Spark Story. You can go find her on LinkedIn.
Is it spelled like it sounds? Spark Story. Okay.
Yep. Just like that.
I do like that. That's actually a very creative name. Are you a marketer? No, I'm kidding. Don't you hate it when people say, hey, that's a great name? Well, no, duh. What do you think I'm doing? What do I do for a living?
Yeah, I have had a couple people be like, oh, your website's fancy. I'm like, yeah.
Welcome to my world. That's what I do.
So from a marketing perspective, would you prefer the trusted toolbox or the more trusted toolbox?
Trusted toolbox.
We win. Thank you, Alan. I win.
Yeah,
so how many times?
Sounds a little desperate.
Right? Desperate. Alan.
Wow.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Sorry.
Jennifer, I am definitely taking you up on your free marketing you're going to give me. No, I'm kidding. You guys, this has been awesome. I love this story. These stories have been great that we're talking about. Let's uncouple this stuff. You need it. You got to embrace it. Don't be like Alan. Do not go in the nuclear bomb shelter. AI is here.
Sucking your thumb is reassuring.
It doesn't help you. I just use ChatGPT to help streamline our publication of our podcast processes.
Nice.
So we're just using little things to help us back to your point, Jennifer, on the back end.
Mother you in your bed when you sleep.
And it will not. But it does listen to me every night. What?
I'm sure you have a dialogue.
Get rid of Alexa, you guys, if you could have that. That would be my one thing.
Really? Really?
No, I love her. No. She turns on and off my lights.
And my oven.
She opens my shades.
All that data is like, that is all data that's being used.
I just wish I was interesting enough for that data to be relevant.
Yeah, maybe it isn't.
It is funny. We are pretty boring, Jennifer, because we're not true crimes. We're not a sex podcast.
Although it's so hot here, I might take my clothes off. And
I just turned it. In fact, I use my fancy non-AI tool, but it's Wi-Fi enabled. I just turned it down from here. I got you, baby. I got it. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. Come out of the bomb shelter, Alan. There is no fallout.
No,
we will not die. Jennifer has proven it to us.
Sky's falling.
Jennifer, where is the most interesting place you've ever traveled to other than Hawaii and Alaska? Because those are really cool.
That's kind of a high benchmark. Everything else is kind of boring.
I know, right?
Hawaii is like my favorite by far. Probably New Orleans. I didn't love it, but it was really unique. Like I did a cross country trip. Maybe New York City. My daughter lives in New York City.
Ooh. The daughter you raised in Anchorage, Alaska, moved to New York City.
She's a corporate lawyer, went to Cornell Law School, lives in New York City. Yeah.
And she likes it.
She loves it, but she's not 30 yet. So she just got married. I can see them maybe a couple of years. She'll hate me for saying that, but
Mama's saying the pull is strong. The Death Star.
How cool
the mama
for the when they have kids,
Yeah.
and the kids are growing up in New York City, and then they get to go visit grandma and grandpa in Alaska. Lucky freaking kids.
Yeah, they didn't happen.
That is
these kids are moving. Yeah,
Oh, long flight, though.
Those kids aren't happening. I think so. Jennifer, kudos to you. How many other kids do you have?
2 others. They're both both still in Alaska, both in college. Yeah.
Yeah. How about that? She has not raised any dummies.
No.
Cornell Law.
No, Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I don't think.
She did good. Guys, you had got to have learned something here, but we've got to do this. I've got to ask the famous 4 questions before we go. Jennifer Christensen from Spark Story. What is a book you would refer to our listeners?
Never Split the Difference. Chris Voss.
Ooh, what's that about?
Solid.
What?
One of my favorite books. So brilliant. Have you guys read it?
No. Give us a nugget. Okay.
I get the
You'll
AI
love it.
summary.
Yeah, Chris will read it on his.
I read the AI summary.
Yeah,
No, I follow him on Insta. I'm going to get him on.
You have to read it and then message me, tell me like,
all right,
because it changed my life.
Okay.
He was like top FBI negotiator. Negotiated with terrorists, figured out how to basically get them to give up without paying lots of money, right? So then he went to Harvard to debate with the Harvard team and their business team, and realized he was a better negotiator than the top Harvard business debate team. So he started this whole business thing, basically using those negotiation techniques of like how to negotiate your life, your relationships, and business.
That sounds awesome.
And yeah, being a woman from Alaska like that like rocked my world. Like, this is how you talk to people. This is how you negotiate. You know, yeah. But I mean,
the name again?
It's Never Split the Difference.
Never
by Chris Voss.
Yeah. It's got a master class too, if you prefer that. But I think the book is where you need to start.
All right. What is a favorite feature of your home?
It's got to be a view of like the grow lights.
It can't be the grow lights.
No. We just moved into a new home, and it has a phenomenal view of like the inlet and the mountains. And it is like my happy place every day.
Amazing.
Yeah. Love it.
Wow. That's
yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. You sure it's not heated floors? Right?
No, but I will say.
Let me tell you about my new toilet I just put in. Can I tell you about that one? No.
The Cimarron.
All right. All right, guys. You want toilet advice?
Flush a bucket of golf balls down
it can. It is a great low point toilet. I mean, low price point toilet. You can buy $1,000 all in the kitchen, all but the kitchen sink toilet. Amazing. I mean, this thing talks to you. It massages you. It warms you. There are guys who actually have said they'll sit on that thing for an hour.
Your legs would go to sleep.
That's what I said. I know. I said the same thing. I'm like, what? Dude, I said, come on, you gotta be busier than that. Come on. I mean, I'm not saying I got a squatty at the house, but I mean, seriously? So back to the toilet, Cimarron, because you got to move some solids.
Hang with it, Jennifer. We'll get back to you.
Potty talk. All right, we're back. I could potty talk all day long. You know, you guys are growing stuff. I'm potty talking. All right, so we get it? Grow potty. All right, so I don't even do it. So anyway, go back to it. So another thing we haven't talked about a lot here is we are kind of big into customer service. I'm in home services. Alan has been in the world of retail and still is in commercial loans.
We're kind of commercial loans. Good Lord.
I mean, commercial,
know each other.
Well, commercial real estate, which eventually you have to have a loan.
Not if you're paying cash.
I don't have that cash. You are. You're
on my avatar.
I am not your avatar. We're kind of customer service freaks. Right, Alan?
Yeah, freaks.
Thank you, freaks.
Yeah, I agree.
What's a customer service pet peeve of yours when you're out there and you're the customer?
Oh, so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Not being able to talk to a human, and then forgive me, but talking to somebody under 30 that doesn't want to talk to you anyway. So
isn't it a shame? Did you guys, I'm looking at you two, and I'm asking everybody, when you were under 30, or how about this? When you were under 20, did you look at people who are old and say, don't have time for them? Or did you embrace what they were sharing? Because I know a lot of people can drone on and on and on and on and on and drone on and on and on. You know what I'm talking about?
Respect your elders.
I'm talking
beaten into my head over and over. Yeah.
So I wanted to beat them. I'm like, I want to have what they have. Like, I want to learn from them.
So, and look at you two, very successful. I think that's the lesson that we need to keep teaching our kids is that, listen, young people, old people want to talk to you. And Alan and I mean, we even took time out of our day. We didn't charge these kids to do it. We put on a summer entrepreneurship program.
You did. I was just a little
No, you were
ruining your ears.
Oh, you were
but
there.
you did an amazing thing. That
We still liked you being there, buddy.
Thank you.
And they did too, because they keep coming back going, can I talk to your other friend? I'm like, no, you what? Alan was not smarter than me. I mean, he's bolder than me. Okay, no, we're both bald. But no, he's great. But no, all the kids loved Alan. But great point. You got to learn that stuff. And if you know young people, you got to tell them, man, the value is not sitting there staring at that little 5-inch device. The value is in personal connection. And to your point, Jennifer, it's going to swing back to that. I think you're right. I mean, it's going to happen.
If I could rewind one thing, have you guys read the book Unreasonable Hospitality?
Try to get him on the. Will got big on me, man. He was going back and forth. We were emailing, and then
he should. I'm gonna reach out to him. I mean, I don't like have a relationship with him, but I was like, you should get on this podcast.
You got to get on this podcast. I'm telling you, dude. I think he got big time. I'm like, dude, we're right here. I loved your book because Unreasonable Hospitality. I translated that into being a handyman because we do business in people's homes. But he talked about the unreasonable hospitality concept,
I love it.
And we've actually pushed some of those concepts. So I have a technician advisory group that gives ideas to us about what we should be doing to better serve our customers. It's not coming from me; it's coming from them. I mean, all of his stuff was awesome. Yeah. Forget the hot dogs. That was another great line in that book. But ping him. Tell him he's coming on this podcast.
I
will.
Promise.
When he was little,
you read Never Split the Difference and tell me you changed your life.
All right, I'm going to read it. You know what? Okay. You're on. I actually just wrote that. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it, and I'm going to ping Jennifer, and I'm going to say, and that free. No, so, all right, last thing. We need a DIY nightmare story, not a contractor nightmare story.
Yeah, in Alaska, you have to do everything yourself.
Well, do you?
Yeah,
I think so.
All right. I mean, what'd you do? I mean, did you shoot an animal in his head, and he's still
so many horrible things DIY, like. My husband's come home and I had the walls like half painted pink and like didn't do the top stuff. And I mean, I'm not good with that stuff. So, and I've seen a lot of really bad DIY. So what are other things I've done? We tried to build this whole little house ourselves on the side of our home. And like, anyway, it didn't work out.
Did it move? Did it slide? Did it kind of fall to pieces?
Like the plumbing, we actually like rented the excavator and it just, it froze in the winter. Like we didn't set it up right. So there was that piece. I've done floors DIY, never right. I think the last DIY thing I did it with my dad, and like my dad's an amazing man, but not a contractor. And so like we had like all our kitchen cabinets, and then there was like little spaces extra in different parts. I
love that one. I love that phrase right there. But there's just little spaces and extra parts. I'm like, that's what I'm going to instead of calling my next company, just give me 3 more days contracting. I'm going to be, don't worry about it. It's just extra spaces and little parts contracting. Jennifer Christensen, this has been amazing. You are amazing, guys. Go out there, follow her, check her out on LinkedIn. Spark Story, Jennifer Christensen. It's all E's, all E's. Don't screw it up. I had somebody go, I can't find this person. I'm like, do you use an E or an A?
H-R-E?
C-H-R-I-S.
You said it was all E's.
T-E-N-S-E-N, yeah.
Yeah.
It's E's at the end.
E's at the end. God. We're easy at the end. This is the Small Business Safari. We've been listening. We've been rocking. Let's get out of here, Alan. We got to make money.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Small Business Safari. Remember, your positive attitude will help you achieve that higher altitude you're looking for in the wild world of small business ownership. And until next time, make it a great day.